Okay, so Tuesday, 30th of June. It's about 19 degrees, a little breeze. We're down at Molson Park. And we're going to go into the bush with Pepperoni because this is one of our regular walks during the season when the flies, if they come back, the deer flies. So we've been walking for 10 or 15 minutes already. Pippi, you want to go this way? Hey, you want to go this way? Come, let's go this way. I think she wants to go to where she knows where the groundhogs are. But she may decide to go with me around the loop in here. I'm not sure because I think she's got an objective in mind. When we come in here, normally she sniffs all these plants. And I think they get the students at school to come and do the planting. And they're not in bloom yet, or at least not these ones, and there's a lot of weeds in there. So I guess with the school year being all screwed up, they haven't been tending to the plants as well as they usually do, because this usually is a nice little garden. And you can see. So park was established in, what does it say? Oh, so the gardening started around 2014, so it's about 6 years. Yeah, I think the students do that. And over the years, they've been improving this park little by little. In the summer, it's walking and occasional cyclists, not too many, and dog walkers. And in the winter, they flood it and make it a skating path. And Sammy and Patrick and Bumblebee, I don't think was old enough the last time they went here in the winter to go skating. And so in the summer, Pippi and I, and sometimes Lily, we go walking through here to avoid the heat because of the shade and to avoid the deer flies. But sometimes the deer flies even are bad in here. So we were trying to take a little different route this morning. We're in the village because I just want to take it easy on my my bursitis. It feels a little better today. I figured, okay, let's not go and aggravate it if we can, and go see what happens. And a gorgeous day shaping up. I think it's supposed to go to 25, which to me is kind of the upper end of comfortable summer weather. Once you get to 28, I think we're starting to get uncomfortable, especially if the humidity picks up, which often does happen. But not like the time I remember being down in Texas, and we went to watch a baseball game at Arlington Stadium, I think it was, back, that's a long time ago, 1990, 94 or 95 maybe. And the humidity, oh my goodness, I could not believe it was like breathing in a sauna. I think it was about 95 or 96 degrees, and we were up in the top deck of the bleachers or wherever the hell watching this baseball game. Very, very difficult, unenjoyable experience, to be honest. So those folks that live down there in Texas, Houston, I guess it would be even worse. Pretty tough to live in there without air conditioning, which, by the way, we don't have at our house. We've never had to. There have been about 6 or 8 days in the 16 years where I've gone to sleep in the basement because the heat was too much. Oh, look at the bugs that are starting to show up on Pepperoni. Hang on, Pip. Hey, wait. What do we got here? It's some kind of bug. Hey? Okay, let's go. So the pandemic continues and the lies continue. You know, I've been thinking about Trump and his demise. How is it going to happen? Well, the quickest and best way would be if somebody assassinated him right today, but I don't think that's going to happen. So the next thought is he catches COVID and is put in the ICU, and they run out of space in the beds and they run out of ventilators and whatever, and then he croaks. That's sort of option number 2. Number 3, one of the planes that he flies in crashes. Not very likely, but... And then, who knows if they get to the election, with all of the voter suppression tactics that are being used by the Republicans, as I call them, he gets elected and then gets impeached again, but that's far too risky to count on, so we've got to hope that he loses if we do get to the election. But it's going to be hard. He's got a lot of, let's call it Republican states that suppress the votes, gerrymandering, removing voting or polling stations, etc. So, but I gotta hope that he does not win, and as a result he goes goofy and they have to forcibly evict him from the outhouse, which I'm told there is a plan, or which I've read somewhere that there is some kind of a plan in the event that Trump loses and Trump will not leave the White House, claiming that electoral fraud took place, and I don't remember the exact mechanics of the laws and the way that he would be evicted, but apparently there is a way that he would be evicted. So I kind of think that's the most likely outcome for his demise. And once he is evicted, then he is, because he's no longer president, he's subject to the regular laws of the land, which in many dimensions, I'll use that term, are investigations of his past and current criminality. Past meaning, for example, is tax evasion and tax avoidance and tax fraud, and his illegal dealings with foreign entities like the Saudis and the Putin criminals. And then his current violations, which include, mismanagement and diversion of funds to his own personal interests, what they call the emoluments clause of the Constitution, etc. And so he's got a whole number of criminal activities that are going to become the focal point to which I expect there will be some kind of judgments that put him in jail, and I would love nothing more than that. God. He so deserves it. He is so oblivious to any kind of sensible, civilized behavior, and it's a just end for a racist criminal to be put into prison for the rest of his life. I would love to see that, which is a very unfortunate thing to have to say, because we would like normally to be able to admire and at least respect in some civilized way the people that choose to go and serve the country. And he has been stealing and ruining the United States, and by extension the behaviors there carry over to Canada and other elements or countries in the world. The tariff policies, the environmental destruction, it's just, there's so many things. Anyway, let's change the topic. I don't know, I always get carried away with some of these, let's call it brain dumps of what's going on. So we're walking one of our regular paths here, and this loops around. There's sort of like concentric loops, and this is the outside loop. And then in the winter they do snowshoeing and skating and whatever around here. And I see that there are deer flies here, so you might notice them. If you look at, see, they're hovering over Pippa. So we probably aren't going to walk here for a while. again, just too many, and that's what we normally encounter if we're walking in our area. Usually it's August, but this is now just the last day of June, and so they're coming out earlier in the season, and I don't remember when they disappear, but they stay around for at least a month, so we'll see. Anyway, signing off. The damn thing just bit me. Signing off, and have a good